Why, hello there, everybody. How you doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today is Wednesday, and the sun is out, and there's barely a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful, beautiful August day here. As you know, I ride a GL1500. 1999 GL1500 SE, and she's a big dog. This is a very big bike. She runs about, I know I shouldn't talk about its weight like that because that's rude. We'll say north of 800 pounds. And I get asked a lot what it's like to ride something this big, especially from the sport bike guys. The first day I sat on it, I was a bit overwhelmed. Because like I said, she's big, she's wide, and it's pretty heavy. And when I first got this bike, I brought it home, and the previous owner had put floorboards on it. Now, the way the floorboards work on a Goldwing like this is your feet are right underneath the valve covers. And it freaked me out the first day I rode it. I made it down to the stop sign and went to put my feet down. But when I went to take them off of the floorboards, my toes got hung up under the valve covers and it scared the crap out of me. I turned around, took it back to the garage, looked on Facebook Marketplace, and found a set of pegs that someone had for sale on there. So I went and picked those up, brought them home, sold the floorboards on eBay like the following week, and never looked back. I didn't like the floorboards, and I had floorboards on my Harley. That being said, jumping on it again, it's a little intimidating because it is so big and it is so heavy and it is so wide. But once you jump on it and get this big thing moving, it's actually a very nimble bike. So, told you I put the pegs on. And pegs on a GL1500, we're going to go straight. Your feet set more crotch rocket style, as in like down under you. More so than a Harley where you have your feet out front. But it makes for a pretty comfortable ride when you're on the highway. You could always put highway pegs on, which I have highway pegs on right now. I just need to rearrange them and adjust them a little bit. They're a little too close and I get a little too cramped, but I haven't taken the time to do that. I've been busy, but the seat on here is super comfortable. Mine has passenger armrests in the back, which any of my friends will tell you when I get out on a highway and out just going straight and there's no turns, I'm known to lean back and put my arm on that armrest on the back because it's not too far back there, and just kind of relax a little bit, especially if I have my feet up on the highway pegs. It's got a huge cockpit in here. It's not really so much a fairing as it's a cockpit for a fighter pilot or something. It's got vents, multiple vents on this to let cool air in because the fairing is so big. I've got the vent in the windshield. I've got the wind wings down here. I'm not sure who makes these ones, but they do direct some cool air, and conversely, when it's cold outside, you could turn them the other way and block the cold air. When it's cold outside, there's some extra vents down there, if that makes sense. And if you flip a switch up on those, it'll take the hot air that's coming through the radiator and blow it back at your feet. Blows them right at your shins, keeps you warm that way. The wind wings are blocking the cold air from coming in. And there's another knob up on the front that when you turn that, it will open a couple little doors underneath, and that'll blow hot air back onto your feet, which are all nice features to have when it gets cold. Them fall rides or early spring, that comes in handy. I mean, in 1999, this came with all the bells and whistles. Mine is a Goldwing SE. Being the Goldwing SE, it has reverse, which is really nice. For when you put yourself in a spot, you flip a handle up on the left side over here when the bike is in neutral. And then you push in the starter button. And what that does is reverses the polarity on the starter, which acts as a reverse and pushes you backwards slowly, like walking speed. It's a pretty slick setup. Leave it to Honda. Bike also has, again, all the bells and whistles, so it has the AM, FM with cassette and CB radio in it. Now, it's 2023. I just Bluetooth everything to my helmet so I can listen to Sirius XM. And I don't need the CB. And it ain't like I really have any cassette tapes. I do have a cassette tape adapter in here so that I plug into my phone in case I want to run through the speakers on the bike. I have a dual USB outlet on the right fairing so that I can charge my phone while riding, or if my Bluetooth on my helmet is running low, I can plug it into the bike and let it charge up while riding, which is a nice little feature. I can also plug in my GoPro if I want. This bike has everything. Not to mention the fact I can put a whole case of beer in the tour pack, and I still got 2 saddlebags for whatever else I decide to pick up at the store. That's kind of what I got going on with the bike. Just thought I'd do a little once over on it and see what you guys thought about Goldwings in general, and if you had any questions, comment down below. Alright, well hey, I'm gonna get going. Y'all take it easy. Take care of each other. Love you. Mean it. Peace.